As I said, I'm Alison Mackenzie, and I've been with CashFX since June last year and had a thoroughly exciting journey. And as I said, I started like the majority of people at $300 and brought 3 of my family members in. And to date, I'm up to a trading pack of $10,000, and I haven't put any further funds in myself. So if you're interested to find out how you can do this, then listen into the presentation. It's going to be really exciting for you. So here we go. I'm going to first of all just go through this little video, and let me just make sure the sound is on. There we are. Financial success is available to everyone. When I first heard this and saw this, I'm thinking, well, does that include me? To be sure, it absolutely does. So here we go. Financial success is available to everyone.
This year, we are seeing the dream of financial freedom being pushed further and further away for millions of people. Record business closures and massive global layoffs are pushing people's budgets to the breaking point and having a dramatic effect on their quality of life. Many people are being forced to survive on credit, paying today's bills with tomorrow's wages. This is a guaranteed path to financial disaster. Are you currently enjoying the lifestyle that you're working so hard to achieve? In contrast to these statistics, the wealthiest of our populations increase their net worth year after year, and they're able to accelerate their wealth during economic downturns. How is this possible? Financially experienced people put wealth-building principles to work for them, rather than trading their time for a wage. In the following video, we'll introduce you to 2 of these powerful principles and show you how you can get them working for you right away. At CFX, we believe the opportunity to create financial abundance is the right of every person. A better life can begin now. Start your journey with us today. It will be the most empowering change you've ever made.
And really, that's one of the first things, that if you want to have a different lifestyle, then you have to make a change. Continuing what you've always done is going to get you the same results you've always got. So if you're looking to make a change in your lifestyle, be open-minded enough to have a look at the opportunity and then make that decision for yourself. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the presentation here. So let's get started. The presentation here is CashForex Group. And what I'm going to do is going to go through these slides with you so that you can have a look, an in-depth look at what we have at CashFX, and I as a member and hundreds and thousands of other people have seen in this company. Now, just so that you're aware, if this is the first time or even the first few times that you've seen this presentation, please don't feel overwhelmed. There is a lot of information to take in, and you won't get it all in the first time that you're listening to it, or indeed the first few times. But when you do, when that penny drops and you finally grasp exactly what it is, you will be absolutely blown away with what we have here. But let's get started and find out why we who are current members of CashFX, why we're so excited about this opportunity. Well, the first thing to really understand is that CashFX have merged 2 trending industries. CashFX itself is an e-learning platform, and this means that its core product is modules, videos, to be able to train anyone from being a complete novice right the way through to being a professional Forex trader. That is their product, and that is what we have access to as members. But the great thing about it is that we don't have to learn to be a trader if we don't want to, because the other really exciting part of CashFX is that they have the Forex market, whereby they have professional traders trading for us on our behalf. We can leave it to the professional traders, which is really great. So we can have a complete 100% passive income should we want to. We could learn to become a Forex trader, a skill that we can take with us throughout our lives. We could have a combination of both, or indeed we could create a business with the multi-level marketing, home-based business aspect of it. So whatever you want to do, there's a way and a strategy that you can accomplish this with the CashForex platform. Now, again, they've had a track record. They've been in existence for about 2 years now, 24 months. And with that comes a track record. So we've got around 410,000 successful payouts to over 150,000 members in over 190 countries. But the staggering statistic here is that for any company that was in existence for 2 years, they had a turnover of over $200 million. That would be incredible. But when we consider that this has been paid out in commissions alone to people just like you and I, absolutely fabulous, really. And this all comes down to the vision of the founders. Now, the core kind of principles of CashFX are transparency, honesty, and respect to all members. Now, where that is easy to say that, it's easy to write it on any kind of literature or websites, does that bear out in the actions that the CashFX as the business that it gives to us as members? Do they deliver what they say they're going to do? Well, I'm going to give you some of the examples that I've found over the last 12, 13 months that really do mean that they do what they say. And, you know, it really is a very forward-thinking company. They're they're a legacy company. They have, as I said, Oscar Lopez is the co-founder and the CEO. He's a professional crypto trader, a billionaire in his own right. He has manufacturing interests and a property portfolios globally. But he also had over 10 years experience in the home-based business market, the multi-level marketing arena. And he built many successful teams in that time. And what that has done is that he's given him really ground roots insight into what we need to build a really successful business. And what he's done is that he's taken all the best elements from that and incorporated that in the compensation plan. But what he's also done is he's eliminated all the barriers that made it kind of difficult for the majority of people to really get to grips with the business and build a real long-term sustainable business. So watch out for those as we go through some of the slides. Now, Edwin Abad is the co-founder, and he is a professional crypto trader. But the unique thing about Edwin Abad is that he also has an engineering background, and this really comes into to play in the artificial intelligence, the bots, the software that the engineers create that are running in the background. And it's this combination of those two things, the professional traders and the artificial intelligence, that really gives us the edge, gives CashFX the ability to be able to create the kind of income and results that they have done. Now, obviously, the Forex market is the largest of the markets, around $5.3 trillion a day. And it's a very liquid market, and it also is been proven to be recession proof. So we really have the best of all scenarios by having, as I said, the Forex market and professional traders trading for us. And of course, this is where the banks and the financial institutions, this is where they make their money. We've been kind of conditioned to think that, 1% a year is acceptable. But the banks are utilizing our funds to create income for themselves on the Forex market. But what CashFX are doing is that they are creating a fabulous income for CashFX, the business, but they're giving us a handsome return as well. And we want CashFX to be making, a lot of money from the trading, because that is what provides the finances for the infrastructure, for the longevity of the company. And that, as you'll see, how they are utilizing those funds really makes a massive difference. So one of the things that they're doing is with the headquarters. Now, this is in Panama City, Panama. And I've just today watched a video of them going through with the final kind of putting together all of the bank of monitors and the trading room that is going to be done. It's been delayed with the pandemic. It's been delayed well over a year, but they are on track to have this ribbon cutting ceremony open within the next few weeks, and it's really exciting to see what they're actually doing there. The reason it's important to know this is that CashFX have actually purchased the whole 9th floor of the RBS Tower. This is important because we know where they're going to be. It's not here today, gone tomorrow, because they've rented or leased offices. They're putting down roots. We know where they are. It's also going to be an open door policy, meaning members like myself and the other members have the ability to be able to go speak to the corporate team, see the traders, but it will also play a role in the academy, because when we reach a certain level within the academy, part of this will require us to have face-to-face tuition with the traders, and this is something that needs to be done for it to be an accredited course. So you can see that all of the steps that CashFX are implementing are for the longevity of the company and to safeguard our future. And it really is, it's fabulous to see not only the infrastructure that's going on with the headquarters, but with the back office, with the, all the different elements that they have to make it a really exciting company to be part of. Now, this is a snapshot of a week in January, and these are the results that were achieved on a day-to-day basis. And you can see that they vary depending on market conditions. Now, trading on the global forex market is risky, and past performance does not guarantee future results in any type of real trading activity. So please only trade with money that you could afford to lose. However, having said this, a company now that is 24 months old is able to produce results on a consistent basis. This was a week in January and culminated in 5.17% at the end of the week. But as you can see, each day does vary. And as I said, what will happen is that at the end of each day's trading, it will be when the trades are all closed, CashFX will take their percentage off of the top, and then everything else is divided out between the members on that pro rata basis, depending on the trade pack that you're currently at. So you can see those percentages on a daily percentage are really fabulous. When we consider what would we get in the bank, $250 or £250, we'd be lucky if we got 85 pence at the end of the year. But here we can see what they're able to achieve, and it's not just a random week or a random month. They have the statistics going back over the whole of last year, 2020, January and February, 36, 37%. Of course, when the pandemic hit, it really did have a real devastating effect on the whole global economy. But because of the very high risk management strategies that CashFX employ, it meant that what they did was they turned off the artificial intelligence, they turned off the bots, and they reverted to manual trading, which meant that they could really still create these very massive results for us, and consistently, week in, week out, month in, month out. We can see 25, 28, 24%. These are really fabulous statistics, and that's continued all the way through to this month here. And we can see on a month-by-month basis, 21, 23, 20, 21%. This is really a fabulous result that they're able to achieve for us. And indeed, June this year, 22.52%. I mean, where are we going to get that? Completely passive. This is the traders trading for us on our behalf, and they're giving us these returns. Absolutely incredible. A little bit about the Academy now. Now, the Academy is really like an online university, and this gives us access in the form of modules and videos to be able to go through a curriculum, taking anyone from becoming or starting out to being a complete novice, right the way through to becoming a professional Forex trader. And these modules, the curriculum, is released in conjunction with the trade pack that we're currently on. So this means that if we choose to come in at the early stage of $300, that's fine. And the first few videos we'll have access to. And then as we move through the 15 trade packs, more and more of that curriculum is opened up to us. And we can go through this at our leisure. We can go through it as many times as we want to. And indeed, if you choose not to, we can use that as our discretion as well. I'm not a trader myself, and I don't intend to want to learn to become a trader. I'm going to leave it to the professional traders to trade on my behalf. However, I do have many people in my team who are, either professional traders themselves and want to go through this to upskill, or people who have a real desire to become a Forex trader. And this really gives them all of the information that they need to become successful. So we have access as members to this academy. Now, one of the things for the transparency of the company is for us to be able to see in the back office as members, we all have access to the CashFX Web TV. And what this is on a daily basis, live trades that the traders are currently engaged in. We can see exactly what they're doing. Now, as a non-trader myself, this really doesn't mean anything to me. However, as I've said, I do have members in my team who are traders, and they are able to look at this. And just by seeing the trades that the professional traders are engaged in, have taken that information and gone and created their own accounts and copied exactly what the traders are doing and have made money from that. I mean, it really is a phenomenal thing to be able to do. It's not something I want to do myself. However, there are many people that do want to do this. And again, this is for the transparency. We can see what the traders are doing, and the company is currently being audited by a third party to verify all of the trades that have been conducted in that 2-year period. I mean, you can't get any more transparent than that, can you? So I just want to go through the trade contracts, just so that you get an idea of what we're talking about here. There are 15 trade packs altogether, starting at $300, going right the way through to $100,000. But regardless of the trade face value, they're split up in exactly the same proportions, with 30% going to the academy, and the remaining 70% is the funds that the traders will trade for you on your behalf. And they said it's exactly the same, whether it's $300 or $100,000. Excuse me. There are also some leadership points attached to each of these trade packs. And if we can see here, at the $300, the traders have $210 to trade for you on your behalf. And they'll trade this 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. And the returns will commence 72 hours after you've purchased the trade pack that you feel confident and comfortable to start with. And then on a Saturday, once all of those the trade pool amounts, you have access to see what on a daily basis what we've made, what CashFX have been able to achieve for us. On a Saturday, it's released into your balance, and at that point, once you've reached a minimum of $100, you're able to withdraw that into your own Bitcoin wallet and then back to your bank. And at that point, there's a 20% withdrawal fee. Now, before you get anxious about this, this is not for CashFX. This is returned to the members in a unique bonus that I'm going to go into a little bit of detail in a minute. But you can see here, as a member, we can come in at $300 and we can work our way through, right the way through all 15 trade contracts without having to add any further funds ourselves. I'm going to show you how you can do that as well. But you can see here at the start, $210 that they're trading for you. But as you get up to the $100,000, at this point they're trading $70,000 for you on a daily basis, 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, culminating in around about 5.5% a week. And this is completely passive. It really does. It's a staggering amount to being able to do that. And as I said, you know, this is without having to put any further funds in yourself. So let's just delve a little bit deeper into see how this kind of works. Now, the reward plan comes in 2 different forms here. There are 5 different income streams. And if you choose to be a passive member, meaning that you have chosen a trade pack that you're comfortable and confident to come in at, you then are leaving that to the traders to trade for you on your behalf. They will trade that for you, and over time they will trade that to 2 times the trade contract value, meaning that if you started at $1,000, they would return to you $2,000, and you would have that the trade pool, you would have that income, passive income, but you would also have access to a share of the forced matrix. Now, if you choose to refer even one person, and I think this is where Oscar Lopez's understanding of a home-based business and multi-level marketing business really understood the fact that we don't want to have high targets to meet or hoops to jump through. Just referring one person opens up a whole amount of different bonuses, the force matrix, the matching matrix, the uni-level bonus, and the leadership program. And again, this means that it's a really, we can leverage our business very quickly. It means that from one person, we have access to these additional bonuses. And the fact that everybody is making money within the first week really means that it's something that we can really be proud and confident to share with friends and family. So let's just delve, as I said, a little bit deeper into how this all works. And what I'm going to do here is take a $10,000 contract. Now, you may have come in at $10,000, or indeed you may have worked your way up to $10,000. But regardless of that, the breakdown is as follows. 70%, in this instance, that would be $7,000, and this is the portion of the trade pack that the traders have to trade for you on your behalf, and this is 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, and they will trade that up to a maximum of 15% weekly. Now, as you'll recall, in the year and a half, just over a year that I've been with CashFX, it's been around 5.5%, and that's a fabulous return. But we've still got room for more growth. So, you know, who knows in the coming weeks and months and years where that they may be able to get up to that 15%. The remaining 30% is allocated for the academy. And this could well be for CashFX for providing a first-class accredited academy to be able to become a Forex trader. But CashFX don't take any of these funds for themselves, for the company. They derive all of their profits from trading alone. But what they do is they allocate this portion to as bonuses or as commission, really, for people who want to introduce friends or family. And they split it up in a 50-50 bonus. So what does this mean? Well, if I have introduced someone and they have purchased a $10,000 contract, immediately I would get $1,500 as a fast start bonus. I would also have a share of the uni level bonus, as would 9 other levels in the team. So this is the team above me. They would share these different levels of the uni level bonus. But the unique thing about this also is that it's not a one-time bonus. If I've introduced somebody at $300, say, every single time they upgrade to another contract, another trade contract, I receive the fast start bonus again and the uni level bonus again. And it works out around 15% of the face value on the fast start bonus, and around 1.5% on the uni level. So you can see how lucrative this is, and bearing in mind that there's no targets to meet. You don't have to be introducing an amount of people that the company stipulate and continue that on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. It's entirely up to us. We can introduce one person, 5 people, 10 people, 100. It's entirely up to us. And if you kind of remember, I touched on that whatever the trade contract price package that you're coming in at, over time, the traders will trade that up to 200%. So in this instance, it would be up to $20,000. That's on the passive side. However, if you choose to refer even one person, that opens up additionally that you have that they could trade up to an additional 200% for you. I mean, it really is, you know, a very lucrative bonus. But as I've said right at the beginning, if this is the first time that you're hearing this, it can be a little overwhelming. You're not going to take this all in on the first time of hearing, or even the first few times. But just bear with me until we go through this complete presentation, and then you can always get back to whoever introduced you to this to have any questions that you may want answered. So moving on then to the uni level bonus, this is the working side of it, the business side of it, the multi-level marketing side of it really, whereby we could come in at $300 and that would open up 4 levels deep in the uni level bonus that we would have access to at 10%. But the great thing is that the first step on the leadership program is an executive, and that opens up level 5 and 6, but at 20%. Can you see how it's been front loaded so that at the beginning of our journey, at the beginning of our business, everything is front loaded so that it gives us the best possible start. The next level up is manager. That opens up level 7 and 8 at 5%. And then director level opens up 9%. And the President's Club opens up level 10. This is the complete uni level of those 10 levels. But additional to that, there's ambassador and global ambassador, and they have an override of their entire organization. So this is a very, very lucrative bonus that opens up, as I said, up to 10 levels. And as I said, we can have that front loaded so that it gives us a really good start. Now, the forced matrix bonus, again, is a really incredibly well thought out bonus, and it's been designed to create a consistent residual reward for all customers, whether you're a passive member or indeed you're a team builder. So just to say that we don't have any control over this as members. The CashFX will place us in the forced matrix dependent on the date and time of our first purchase of the trade pack. But what it does do is that every time a member withdraws the profits that have been accrued, and every member has to, at that point, a 20% fee is added onto that. So that means that if somebody was withdrawing $20,000, which they will do over time, 20% of that, which is $4,000, goes in to the matrix in this proportion. 50% goes to the matrix bonus, 10% goes to the matching matrix, and 40% goes to the leadership program. Now, just so that I can explain a little bit more about the matrix, as I said, this is a bonus that is for all members, whether we're a passive member or a team building member. But when we first start, it's a tiny fraction. It's kind of a bit insignificant because we're building up, aren't we? We're having whatever price we've come in at, whatever trade pack we've come in at. It's going to take a number of weeks before we're able to accrue enough to either withdraw or to be able to upgrade. And at these points that we're drawing out maybe $100 or $200 or a few $100s at best. So you can see at this percentage level, it's going to be a tiny fraction. But you just wait and see what's going to happen as you, as a passive member, work your way through the trade packs, the larger and larger ones. Wait till you get to 10,000, upgrading to 15,000. You'll be drawing out 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 even. And then a portion of that will come back in the forced matrix. Imagine if you were building a team and you had a number of people withdrawing $100, $100, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and you're getting a proportion of that back in the matrix twice a month on the 1st and the 16th. And you can see these percentages down here. Again, at level 7 here, you're getting 30%. So it's really giving a good kickstart, not only to your business, but it's also meaning that it's getting increasingly larger over time. As your business matures, it's getting larger. And also, as a passive member, as you're getting and working your way through the trade packs, it's getting larger and larger. So you want to watch out for the forced matrix there. Just a way, as I said, to be able to move yourself through the trade packs without having to finance any further yourself. We're going to stick with the 10,000 trade contract here. Before it reached the 200%, and if you remember, the traders are going to trade for you up to 200%, but before it reaches that, what you're going to do is, as soon as you have accumulated passive earnings of 12,500, remember 20% of that would go to the forced matrix, that would be 2,500. But with that remaining 10,000 that you have earned, remember, this isn't any addition or funds that you're putting in. The traders have earned that for you on a daily basis. You're going to add that to your existing 10,000 contract, and now you would have a $20,000 contract. And this means that the traders now have a higher amount to trade for you on a daily basis, which means that you're going to have a higher amount on a weekly basis, which means that you're going to be able to withdraw larger amounts. As I said, the whole thing really starts to accelerate very quickly at this point. Again, the leadership program here, if you choose to come on this, and again, you don't have to. All of these things are, you can decide for yourself what's best for you. I became an executive myself in March this year, and that meant that I had a $1,000 contract myself. I had 3 personal referrals, and my team had 25,000 points in that 30-day period there. But the only way for anyone to move through these ranks and open up more of the uni level is by helping their teammates to become the rank that they've just got to themselves. So for me to become a manager, I need to help 2 of my teammates to become executive. Then if I want to become a director, I've got to help 2 of them to become managers. This is really designed so that, it's not somebody could just race through it all themselves because they have to be good at it, and then that opens up all of that uni level bonus. It means that they have to help their team. It makes a very strong support system because everybody is helping everybody else, and together we're all able to create the income and the lifestyle, the abundance that we are all due. As it said in that opening little video, financial success is available to everyone. Now, this was from November, and at that time there was less than 1,500 ranked members, but they had a share of nearly $4 million of bonus. And this is in addition to the trade pack that they would be on and the daily trade profits that they would have accrued, and indeed on a Saturday the amount that they could withdraw. So it really is very, very lucrative. But again, this is something you can choose to take part in or not, is up to you, up to the individual member. Now, as I said, it doesn't stop there. As a career bonus, when you reach executive, you can have either an iPad, or indeed you can have 75% in cash as an equivalent there. At the manager level, you can have a Rolex watch, or indeed $7,500 in cash. At the director level, it opens up $15,000 in travel vouchers, or indeed $11,250. And at the President's Club, it opens up a Porsche 911, $100,000 towards that, or $75,000 in cash. Again, you can see what the vision of the company is. Everything is really first class. It's really something that you could be proud to be associated with. Everything that CashFX do, they really think about, and then they really implement it. But when the timing's right and when they have trialed everything, again, that's really important. And they've got 2 years of track record now to be able to build on that and open up the next phase for all of us. But just a quick recap on when we think, right, so if we choose to come in at any level that we feel comfortable and confident at, the 70% of that trade pack is traded for us, and this is 100% passive income. The traders will trade that for us, and then every Saturday that is released into our balance, at which point from $100 upwards we can withdraw and choose to have that to our own Bitcoin wallet. We can then choose, if we like, back to our own bank account, or we can leave that to accumulate so that we could then upgrade to a higher trade pack. And that would allow us to be able to move through those 15 trade packs quicker and quicker. Again, if we choose to share this to build a team with either friends, family, or a wider audience, all those fast track commissions, all those uni level bonuses are paid directly into our balance, at which point we can withdraw them again straight to our bank account, or indeed we can use some of them or all of them to upgrade to a higher trade pack. Again, if that's your goal, to be able to get to the 100,000, in which case the traders are trading $70,000 for you on a daily basis, or indeed you may choose to want to stick at a $20,000 or a $30,000 contract, withdraw your funds and then repurchase that trade pack again. It's entirely up to you. Just so that you can see the kind of time scale that we're talking about here. But just to note that this is based on a 6%, and currently, and for the year and a bit that I've been with CashFX, it's been 5.5%. So you'd need to add a couple of weeks onto these figures here. But regardless of that, we can see here that if we chose to come in at the $300, the starting pack there, it would take a number of weeks. In fact, it would take, as we're currently at 5.5%, around 22, 23 weeks to be able to upgrade to the next level at $500. And then at $500, it's going to take around about 31, 32 weeks to upgrade to the 1,000. This is the longest time when we're first starting, from $300 to $3,000. Currently, at the rate of that they're at the moment, it's going to take 2.5, 2 3/4 years to be able to get from 300 to 3,000 on a purely passive passive element, and that is being disciplined enough to utilize the profits to upgrade. That's not taking those out. Of course, you can take any of those profits out, but it's going to take you longer to get there. Entirely, again, up to you. But from 3,000 to 100,000, it's going to take roughly the same amount of time. And that's because the traders are trading on a higher value for you on a daily basis, and the time frame between the contracts is shorter. When you look here, even on this one, is 29, 29, 14, 19. But look at this. From the 3,000, we're looking at 12 weeks, 14 weeks, 10 weeks, 7 weeks. It's much, much quicker. The momentum really builds when we get past the $3,000. But again, it's up to us what we feel comfortable doing. In most cases in life, it's either time or money. If you have the money and you feel comfortable and confident with the company, you will have done your due diligence and you feel comfortable to come in. You can choose to do that at the 3,000 level. You could come in at 300 and upgrade to 3,000. Again, there's so many options, so many choices. If you don't have the funds to do that, what you could do is have your $300 contract, which brings in around $50 a month. But by introducing one person at $300, that's going to give you the fast track and the uni level of $50, and thereby cutting at least 4 weeks off of the time frame needed. Imagine if you did that with 2 or 3 people, you're really shortcutting your time to being able to move through these trade packs. And again, it's not a one-time bonus. The fast track and the uni level are bonuses that are repeated on anybody that you have personally introduced every time they upgrade their contract. You get the fast start bonus again, and you get the uni level bonus again. And every time anybody withdraws their funds, you get a share from the matrix, the matching matrix, and if you're on the leadership program, you have access to that as well. A very important point that to know that we know exactly where every dollar comes from and where every dollar is going. And as I said, you know, they are very transparent. They have respect and honesty for their members. The communication is fabulous, and they really have a you know, a fabulous 20-year business plan with all the phases already earmarked for what they're going to do in those coming weeks and months. And all we need to do is plug into this, decide what we want to do, what we want to achieve, and then really just either leave it to the traders to trade passively for us, or to be able to, when we feel confident, we know the business, and we're then able to share with friends and family. So, you know, the best thing to do now is to get back to whoever introduced you to this program. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. That is the best and the most important thing to do, is to have any questions you have, any niggles that you have those questions answered. Because once you are completely happy and confident with the company, it's very easy to be able to share this with friends and family and have a very lucrative income stream for many months and years to come. So thank you very much for your time and attention. Look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thanks.